What episode is this? We've been gone for so long.
7.
I don't think it's 7.
8.
9.
Not.
Welcome to
34.
Welcome to
I turned up echo for that. I don't know why.
I literally saw you do it.
I don't know
He's
why.
like, guys, if you don't know, I died echo. He's
Just
like turns
34 or
Everyone with headphones dies.
been-
Guys, I turned up echo.
These are gonna be because Jake's going out of town, so we have to film 2 episodes back to back, and they will be so scuffed because the current time of recording this is 10 o'clock at night, and we have to film 2 episodes.
hell yeah.
You'll know next week. Thank you. Next week you'll know because then that episode will come out and we will be destroyed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I am very tired.
Good.
Okay.
Anyways,
This is prime time for me.
yeah. Jake's not tired. What were I said something that I was so
Stop shaking your legs, bro.
we
Jesus.
as you can tell by the description, it's not 3 dudes talking about games anymore because after editing 9 or 8 podcasts now, I realized that we talk about movies more than anything, so it's 8 guys talking about everything. So,
Speaking of movies,
Except- Sonic
When
2
saw
was
Sonic
the greatest
2, it was
yeah,
movie
you
so
guys
ever.
saw
good.
Sonic 2. Was it good?
It was amazing.
Jacob forgot that we saw Sonic 1 together. He asked me, have you seen it? And I was like, oh, fuck it, I was with you. We saw it.
Was it just you two or was it all 3 of us?
You were there. Remember we went to IHOP and then we left IHOP early?
That's right.
It was right
yeah.
before the
I remember.
pandemic. It was like the last movie we saw in theaters before
That's
the pandemic.
right. And then yeah, I think I like the first one more, but I like how the second one ended more. Jacob knows what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
The way that the second movie ended was so good.
I'm trying to remember the plot.
Honestly,
I
I
remember like parts of the first movie, but I
Dr.
can't remember like
Eggman.
the plot. Yeah, but what was it? Like, where were they
They
going?
were
'Cause they
going to
just
San
trying
Francisco because he was trying to move and his wife was there and stuff. He had an interview.
That's a very terrible plot. Okay.
What is
anyway.
the?
He had a
why
police
was
interview.
Sonic going with him?
Oh, because Sonic needed to get there because he dropped the rings.
Oh
in the
yeah,
ring.
the rings were there. Like I said, I just remember parts of it. I don't remember what the whole main thing that they were there for.
In my opinion, the second one was all around better. Even though Dom said he liked the first one better all around, I think the second one was better all around.
I didn't really like Tails.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
By a woman.
I thought Tails was, and yeah, Tails is a whole man, but I
Well,
thought
he's
Tails
a-
was cringe.
He's always always been a supporting character in like the
Yeah.
anime and the video games and all that. He's been a supporting character, and the comics.
But okay, to be fair,
I think it
Knuckles was goated, bro. Knuckles was my favorite character.
They kind of I don't know why they can't
Idris Elba.
Sega because I don't know if I've said this before on this podcast, but I'm like when I was like Jake, I swear to fucking God, it's empty. You're not getting anything else out of it. What was I saying? Oh, when I was a kid, I was like a big Sonic fan.
Mhm.
Big
Same.
Sonic. I don't know. Have I said that on the podcast?
Yes.
I think I said last.
We have all
episode.
expressed our deep love for Sonic.
Yeah, but I had like the comics and all that stuff. Randomly, my brother will text me the opening to Sonic Underground. I think it's called. It's where he's with his siblings. It's weird. He real randomly start texting me the intro to that because it's like.
Oh my god, I was there. You told me
Yeah,
about
he
that.
started
Yeah.
randomly texting me of that. Yeah.
We're like, what's this fucktard doing?
'Cause- yeah, he sends me the intro to that. But they, as I've seen it, because I didn't watch the newest one that's on Disney XD. It's a new Sonic show. Sonic Boom. I didn't watch that. It's the one with all the memes that like all these memes have been coming out of because it's like super meta and
Yeah.
stuff. But I've noticed that they can't pin down Knuckles' personality. It always changes. Because in the TV show, in the anime, I can't remember, so I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want to be wrong. But in the comics, he's like a mercenary almost, and he like goes to like dig sites and stuff. It's like Moon Knight. We'll talk about Moon Knight too. But he's and then he's like this strong
We
character.
can't spoil it. That's upsetting.
We can talk about Moon Knight.
I'm
This
talking
will come out
about.
in 2
I'm
weeks.
talking about. We can't talk about Sonic.
Yeah, we can. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
It's Sonic 2.
Yeah,
What
it's
are
gone.
you spoiling? But
They're making a Sonic 3.
I know. I knew they were making a Sonic 2 because remember Tails was in the post-credit scene.
Yeah. You know who's in the post-credit scene for the second one?
Shadow.
Fuck yeah, he is. Best character ever.
Oh, Jacob. Yeah. Did I ever show you the clip of Shadow like pump the MP5?
No, you didn't.
That was a really weird tangent.
All I know is that.
Oh, yeah.
Said-
Oh, yeah.
All I know is that as soon as we saw that post-credit scene, I like smacked the shit out of that little table in front of me.
No, it was so funny.
Where'd you guys go?
I was like,
What's wrong with you?
It was so funny because how he was
Hold on.
introduced.
Before we talk about this, we gotta talk about, because we're going on tangent from Knuckles, that they can never get his
Oh, yeah.
personality right, because he's a mercenary, and mercenary-esque, like he's like smart, he's more mature. Then in Sonic Boom, he's like this tall, because he's like 2 feet taller than all the other characters. He's like
Yeah.
super muscly, and he's like this dumb. He's like a knuckle dragger, like he's like
That's how he is in the movie.
he's a super. No,
Kinda.
but then now he's like this stoic thing, where he's not. He's more of like from a time, and he's more experiencing like modern things for the first time.
yeah.
That's how he
That's
is.
not
Yeah.
because he's not stupid. In Sonic Boom, he's just like
Exactly.
a downright idiot, and then they treat him like that, like he's the comic relief for being stupid.
Where he kind of
But I'm
like
just
does
like,
a
why
few
can't
pretty
they,
smart
like Sonic
things.
is always the snarky one. Tails is always like the smart sidekick.
Yeah.
But Knuckles has changed every single time they reiterate him in media. It's weird.
Yeah.
No, but whenever we watched the post-credit scene for Sonic 2,
Mhm.
what happened was because so Dr. Eggman dies,
Mhm.
right? And then they're like, we just discovered a file that's been working on for the past 50 years, right? Project Shadow, right? So then it like pans like underground, and then he like emerges from this like cage,
Yeah.
and we see his feet.
It's not a cage, it's a vat. Like
Shut
an
up!
experiment
Like
vat.
a tube.
Yeah.
Man in a tube. But yeah, no.
It's the same thing. And then so like whenever he's just emerging from the cage,
The
Vat.
thing, yeah.
you see his feet, and then it like moves up to his legs, and then it like moves up to his entire body, right? So as soon as we saw his legs, we were like, oh my god, it's Shadow. I was like, Jacob, look, it's Shadow. And I see Jacob just spazzing the fuck out and just punching the air and jumping up and down like a
I
fucking
think
6-year-old.
Shadow
and
hasn't
then
been in any of. He wasn't in any of like the 2D games.
and then Skylar looks at Jacob and he goes, he like looks to the left and then looks back forward and just starts spazzing the fuck out too. I was
Does
like,
Skylar
Oh,
know
yeah,
anything
Skylar
about
does that.
Sonic?
no. Skylar's like 4.
Oh, but he was just reacting to what.
To-
Jacob
yeah,
was
to what
doing.
Jacob was
He,
doing.
he,
So I was
he-
just,
he's just trying to be cool.
Ow,
Basically.
shut up.
No, he's
He's
right.
cooler than you. He wore a bucket hat yesterday. You should have seen that. That shit was drip as fuck.
I
Anyways,
did see it.
That shit was drip as fuck. Anyway, no.
I was there.
So they both just start spazzing the fuck out, and I'm just in between the both of them. I was like, Shadow, woo!
Did he have the shoes where it's like a square in the front with like a barrel in the thing?
No.
That is not comic accurate shoes or video game accurate shoes.
It wasn't video accurate for Knuckles either.
That's true. That's true. You're right. Jim Carrey, in that vein, Jim Carrey's retiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of what happened at the Oscars.
It's partly because of that. I think he's just done with the film industry in general.
I mean, yeah, he's almost 60. Been in like
But what's
a
cool?
bunch of amazing films.
Yeah, but what's cool is that he has said himself. I'm not sure about the second one. I don't think he's said anything about the second one yet. But for the first movie, it was one of his most favorite films to film. Sonic 1.
Out of all of the
2019
movies
Sonic.
he's been in.
But it's because almost all of the lines that were in his script didn't make it in the movie, and all those lines that you see in the first movie were ad-libbed. He made up all those on the spot.
In the second movie, he is a majority of why I like that movie so
That's
much.
just because Jim Carrey. I don't
It's
know
just
why.
Jim Carrey.
It's such a
Yeah.
weird casting, as Jim Carrey as Eggman, or is he He's Robotnik?
Yeah.
He's
Not
Robotnik.
Eggman yet, or he
No,
was
now he
Eggman in the
is.
second one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
one he's Robotnik.
Yeah, which is how it works.
But they still refer to him as Robotnik in the second movie because they don't know he's Eggman.
Well, no, they
Well,
call him.
Eggman-
They
they
call him
call
the
Eggman
Eggman like the first.
because
10
it's a Sonic calls him Eggman. It's a insult to Dr. Robotnik. But
Because
he's always been
because he's fat and bald.
Yeah, but he's technically Dr. Robotnik, but he calls him Eggman.
Well, because in the game and comics
Yeah, I
he's
know.
fat, but
I know.
in the movie's not.
I know.
Okay.
But anyways, that is such a. When I saw that, it was almost the reaction of Chris Pratt being casted as Mario,
I don't know how I feel about that still.
or Seth Rogen being casted as Donkey Kong.
I need to wait till that movie comes
Who's
out.
Jack Black's voicing someone?
Bowser.
Bowser.
Mhm.
Scott,
Go
we were
away.
just talking about you.
I don't know how I
Lock
feel.
the door.
Cut that.
No.
Bye, Scott.
How do you not feel about what? Oh, about the thing.
About the casting, I feel like it's just gonna be like we're just gonna have to watch it, see how it's either the best movie or the worst movie.
But I had
Because how is he gonna have an Italian?
when I saw the casting for Sonic 2, because I can't compare it to like, oh, I felt like I did Mario because it didn't come to like 2 years later, but I had felt like that like how's this gonna work? And I'm very impressed with how Robotnik was with Jim Carrey. He's very good.
But I feel like he can just do anything. It's Jim Carrey.
I'm thinking of a bad movie with Jim Carrey. Ooh, Batman is it Riddler?
The one in the 60s?
I don't know if it's the
Or no.
60s. The one with
I
Michael
don't think it
Keaton.
was that long ago.
Okay, the one with
Batman
Michael Keaton was in
Forever.
the 80s, huh? Yeah, okay.
Batman Forever.
That was a bad movie.
It was alright. Jim Carrey was good.
I didn't like Michael Keaton as Batman.
No, but that's because you're comparing him to Christian Bale, which we already did this before.
And Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, it's like how we're comparing, like we said, like Ben Affleck's the worst, and I'm like, yeah, but you're comparing him to like two of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah.
Which I just rewatched Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and was his Robert Pattinson is very cringe in that movie.
Oh, he's in that movie?
Yeah, he's Cedric Diggory.
Dick.
He ad-libbed. Give me something wand-like. He ad-libbed how he held the wand.
Just fucking...
I can't.
Just wand it.
Yeah. So you're supposed to. I'll hold the wand like
Hey,
this.
everyone, pay attention. Look at this.
And he holds his
Look
wand
at this.
like this. He held it like he was like, I thought it would be good if I held it like a gun.
Like a...
And then he gets killed like 2 seconds later. He holds his wand, a 16-inch stick like a rifle.
So I'm going to assume
Then
that
he ad-libbed that.
was not good.
No, because then he dies like 2 seconds later. Like he holds it, and he's like, stop right there, and then they're like, and they kill him. And then he comes back as a ghost 2 seconds later. And he's like, Harry, take my body to my father. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, you didn't know he was in that movie?
I've never seen any of those movies. We've been over this 100 times.
They're great movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're great. I'm still trying to think of a bad Jim Carrey movie.
Speaking of
Was
Jim-
Mr. Popper's Penguins good?
Okay, when we were kids, when it came out in its like respective time, it was good. If we watched it now, it'd be terrible.
Probably. I would say
Speaking
it was
of
We
Harry
came
Potter.
out. We came out when it was like whenever it came out, we were like
good.
12.
Shut the fuck up.
We came out when it came out, we were like 12. So
think
of
so.
course it was good. But if we watch it now, it'd be terrible.
I watched the first time I'd ever seen Mr. Popper Penguin. I was in the Hard Rock Cafe Hotel. Don't remember why. I don't remember where. I just remember I was in the Hard Rock Cafe Hotel and I watched Mr. Popper's Penguin
Like
in my hotel.
you've seen the Truman Show, right?
I fucking love the
That's
Truman Show.
one of the, like my most favorite movies ever.
I love the Truman Show. It's free on YouTube
Is it really?
with ads. But like, you just have to watch. It's fucking. You just have to watch ads. But the Truman Show is It's a great movie.
Love that movie so
Great
much.
movie. What else?
Have you seen Liar Liar?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
I
one.
think I'm saying Kevin Almighty. All those are like good movies.
Evan, not Kevin. You dumbass.
I think I'm getting it.
He's Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty.
And then
Yeah.
Evan Almighty was the one with Steve Carell. That was terrible because he pretended to be like Noah from Noah's Ark.
Noah Almighty.
Yeah. Evan Almighty.
Did Morgan Freeman play God in both,
In both.
those movies?
Yes, he
Yep.
did.
What the fuck?
Bro said Kevin Almighty.
I don't remember.
And then he's like, oh, Noah Almighty.
I haven't seen that in a very long time. And all I see is like these days of that movie is the meme where he's like typing when he's answering all the prayers. Like,
Oh, yeah, from Bruce Almighty. From the coffee.
yeah,
The
awesome.
freaking.
Okay.
Come on. It's
Stop
not that
the
hard.
recording.
Ah!
Jesus
No, it's not.
fucking
It's
Christ.
That's because
Don't
you're
put
at
his
you're
earbud
playing
out
that.
of his ear.
What's the point of that?
Play it.
What?
So he can
That way
make
I
them-
can match my audio.
Yeah, I got new. You're recording
Give me a
over.
fucking headache. I was not ready for
Moron.
that.
You just click play. Click the record. No, drag it all the way to the end,
Jake, how many things do you have?
and then click.
How many
Record.
what?
Jim Carrey movies.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
Now
Now
scream.
scream.
But
He's in the mask, right?
Thank you. Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
no,
Christ.
Yes? Yeah, okay.
Did you know there's a second mask?
No,
It's
who?
called Son of the Mask, and it's one of the worst movies ever.
Well,
What?
of course.
Scream
you
sing?
can't
That
top
way
the
I
Jim
can
Carrey
match
movie.
my
There's
audio.
the
There was
Mask.
some like D-list actor who played
Dumb
it.
and Dumber.
Those are always. Oh,
Not the
Ace
newest
Ventura.
one. The newest
Ace
one. Was
Ace Ventura is
Did you know
amazing.
there was a third one?
There was. I know.
The
I watched
Grinch
it.
movie.
Yeah, that was a good
That
one.
was a
That was
good
always a good one.
I think we talked about that.
No, but I did.
Truman Show, Bruce Almighty,
Yeah, the first
Liar,
one.
Liar.
Did you know there's a second
Yes
mask?
Man.
It's called Son of the Mask, and it's one of the worst movies
Not
ever.
really that much though.
I'm not old enough to get the Super Bowl.
It was some
reference.
like D-list.
The Handyman.
Dumb and Dumber.
I didn't get that. That's from a movie.
Oh,
Not the newest one. The newest one was it?
Kick-Ass.
Did you know there was a third
He's
one?
good in Kick-Ass. I don't think he liked
Yeah, it was
Kick-Ass.
good.
I don't think he liked being in
I
Kick-Ass.
think we talked that.
That's a good movie.
It was.
A Christmas Carol. He was good in that, in my
It was
opinion.
a scary movie.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, that shit traumatized
I'm
me.
not old enough
I was
to
like,
know
it's
why
Christmas
they-
time.
Those
I was
Watch
like,
the Christmas
I was
Carol.
like 7 years old,
These
and
were
like,
that's from a
you know how the atmosphere is for Christmas. It's like the happiest time of the year, and you're just so happy, and it's amazing, right?
He's good in Kick-Ass.
My mom was like,
I think
my
Chris-
mom
I
was
don't think
like-
he likes the Kick-Ass.
I was like
don't think
8
he
years
likes being
old,
Kick-Ass.
and my mom was
That's
like,
a good movie.
let's watch A Christmas Carol. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a great movie. Holy
was a
fucking
scary-
shit! That was the scariest movie ever.
Terrifying
I
movie.
used to watch the Mickey Mouse one.
I don't know why they made that so scary.
That one's fire, though.
It's Scrooge McDuck being put through the trials of the Christmas Carol story, and then Disney like like 17
Disney
years
drops
later, just
Christmas
dropped this
Carol.
fucking extremely realistic animated movie with like CG tracked faces and mocap faces and
I used to-
bodies and
when I
all
was
this
little-
crazy things. And, like,
When I was
the
little, I
candle
used to watch
wick
the
from
Mickey
Ghost
Mouse
of
one,
Christmas
and you know that
Past.
one's fucking. It's tame.
Like,
It's just
and
it's
then,
Mickey.
like,
It's Scrooge
Who is
McDuck
it? Yeah,
being
Scrooge, like,
put
kills
through the
it
trials
at the end
of
of
the
like, his
Christmas
encounter
Carol
with the
story,
Ghost of
and then
Christmas Past,
Disney
'cause he
like
puts the cover over it.
like
Yeah.
His head.
That shit was
17 years
terrifying.
later, we just dropped this
so
fucking
weird.
One of my like
extremely realistic animated
Like, a
movie
lot, and
with
Ghost of
like
Christmas Future
CG
jump scaring you.
tracked
Yeah.
faces and
as
mocap
a
faces
child,
and
one of my
mocap bodies,
favorite
all this
movies,
crazy
like,
things,
for
and like the
quite some
candle wick
time
from the
was
Ghost of
Horton
Christmas
Hears a Who.
Past.
That's still my
Same,
favorite
like,
movie.
same.
And then he like,
It was a good movie.
who is it? Yeah, Scrooge like kills him
watch that
at
movie.
the end of like his encounter with the Ghost of Christmas
Pocahontas.
Past because he puts the cover over it,
What was
his
he?
head, and it
Pocahontas.
kills him.
It shows you underneath it.
It's
Like,
so
from
weird.
Google.
One of my like,
So
it
weird.
says
It
what
jump
character
scares
you
you like a
gotta
lot
go to
in the Ghost of
cast,
Christmas
yeah.
Future. He keeps jump scaring you.
If it says nothing,
fucking
then it's
scary.
just a glitch.
Like, or he might have just been like a little side character.
Or he's a producer.
Yeah,
yeah,
he produced it.
yeah, it says
Same-
nothing.
Same.
So it's just broke. It's probably broken. What are we talking about? Where's that shadow? Oh,
We're
Mario.
Not, we're not jumping all the way back to
It
Mario
shows
after
you
this.
underneath.
Okay.
If you're on Google,
Let's go to Moon Knight now.
it says what character they were.
Yeah, we
Have
can
you-
talk about the first two episodes.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watch it.
If it says nothing, then it's just a glitch.
Yeah, Jacob
and
will
they're not
stay up
supposed to be there.
until like 4 in the morning just to watch
Or
it.
he's a
At 2 a.m.
producer.
on Wednesdays. I say
came
that's
out
a
1
good
a.m.
time to watch Moon Knight, though.
So it's just
Not
broke.
1 a.m.
It's probably
Yeah,
broken.
1 a.m. on Wednesdays. I feel like at
what are we
night is a
talking
good
about?
time to watch them. I watch them in
Where's
the
the
afternoon
shadow?
whenever I'm free.
Me too. I'll watch it at like.
Oh, Mario!
We're not jumping all the way back to Mario after this.
But
Let's go to Moon Knight.
no, I really do like Moon Knight.
Yeah,
But it was like,
we can talk about the first
Jake
two
was all telling me
episodes.
like
Yeah, I watch it when
that he got Multiverse of
I
Madness
really like
tickets, and I was like,
You already bought them?
They come out at 2 a.m. on Wednesdays.
But,
I say that's a
watch
good time to
Sonic.
watch Moon Knight.
Okay.
though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
because he went on
Like,
sale before. But
Yeah, 1 a.m. on
I don't know. I
For me,
just
Wednesdays.
right?
I feel like at night is a good time
I'm
to watch
kinda
them. I watch them in the
feeling
afternoon.
burnt out with Marvel. At least the cinematic releases.
Yeah.
They're really hitting home with the TV releases.
But,
The
They
episodic
are doing
releases.
No, I
amazing
think-
with the
I
TV
really do
shows.
like
But,
Moon
like,
Knight. But it was
the
like
movies, I'm like,
Jake was all telling me like
Because after like Eternals.
that you got Multiverse of
Yeah.
Madness tickets.
No, what I mean-
Well, after Phase 4 ended, the only
But,
cinematic release that I've been excited for was No
Is
Way
it one on
Home.
sale?
After Phase
But-
3 ended. Phase
I don't know,
Phase
I
3,
just-
yeah, we're in Phase 4 right
But I
now.
love
I'm
Shang-Chi
kinda-
still too.
I wasn't
burnt
I
out
liked
with
Shang-Chi,
Marvel.
but I wasn't
At
like,
least the
hyped to go
cinematic
see
releases.
it. Same
They're
thing
really
with
Yeah,
good.
I had
the
no
TV
expectations
Same
for
thing
them.
with
The
the
episodic
Eternals,
releases.
And then so at this
But, like,
point, everyone's
the
like,
movies,
"Oh,
I'm
time for
like-
Multiverse Madness." Like I'm
'cause
hyped
after, like,
for it. Like I'm
Eternals-
kind of hyped, but I feel burnt out. with Marvel.
The only
I feel like
Well,
I
after
feel like they're gonna
Phase
let
4
us down.
ended,
because it was the same thing
only
with Eternals. They hyped it up,
cinematic
and then
release
it
that
was
I've been
nothing.
excited for
Like they advertised
was
so
No Way Home.
heavily on
That's
it,
'cause it
and
was-
it's nothing.
They were
Phase
like
3. Yeah, we're in Phase 4
Eternals
right now.
and No Way Home. Like they're gonna be the
I
best movies
wasn't.
of the year.
I
and
liked
like,
Shang-Chi,
eh.
but I wasn't.
I was
like,
hyped for No Way
to go
Home.
see
Yeah,
it.
Like I was
Same
telling
thing with
Jake, I was
Black
telling Jake
Widow.
this like an hour ago.
Same thing
We
with
were
like
talking about it.
Eternals, and
I'm
then
just
so
a giant
at
Spider-Man
this
fan,
point, everyone's like,
so I
"Oh,
like
so I
love Spider-Man." So whenever
like,
they're
I'm
like,
hyped for it.
"Oh, there's a
Like,
possibility that
I'm
all
hyped.
3 Spider-Man
I
are
feel
gonna be in this
burnt
movie,"
out.
I was like, "Oh,
Because they-
you're doing my fucking tickets."
Because
This
it was the
is
same thing
impossible.
with Eternals. They
Lucas
hyped
sent me
it
a
up.
voice
It's
message and I'm
nothing.
scared to look
Like
at
they
it.
advertised so heavily on it,
It's
and
just
it's
be like,
nothing.
"Hey, so you want to play Last of Us?"
I was hyped for No Way Home, but like I was telling Jake, I was telling Jake it's like an hour. We were
Oh
talking
yeah, I'm
about it.
just burnt out.
I'm
with
just a
Marvel
giant
recently,
Spider-Man fan.
because I'm just
Because
worried
I
that
like
Multiverse of
Spider-Man,
Madness
so
is
whenever
gonna
they're like,
flop.
"Oh, there's a possibility that all
And,
three
like,
Spider-Man are gonna be in this movie."
again,
I was like, "Oh,
everybody's been saying
give me my
Multiverse of
fucking tickets
Madness
as soon
is
as
the
possible."
movie of the year.
But you
Right?
can't put it on
This
a
is,
pedestal. Don't
like,
put them on a pedestal.
Everyone's like, this is the
Like,
best
"Hey,
movie that's gonna
so
come out
you would play
in
Last
the
of
year
Us?"
2022.
Right.
But like,
But look at Sonic 2.
you're right. But like,
Where's that?
if we get Multiverse of Madness
Yeah, I'm
and we
just
leave
burnt
and we're
out
like,
with Marvel recently, because I'm just
like, it's gonna be
worried that
fucking, like,
Multiverse of
why?
Madness is gonna
Like,
flop.
why did we wait so long for this? Because
Right.
They didn't delay it.
they didn't delay it, but they had trailers out early.
Yeah, true.
We've been. It
But
got
they can't
announced
put
like
it
a
on
year
a
and a half
pedestal.
ago.
Don't put
The
them on a
main thing
pedestal.
that I'm thinking
Thor:
that
Love and Thunder is already having a press tour, and there's been no trailer.
No trailer yet. Yeah,
just-
it's already wrapped up filming. They're
Taika
done with it.
Waititi just skipped the trailer part. He's just going on to the press tour now.
Oh, okay,
Really weird.
that movie's gonna be great because I love Taika Waititi.
He is great.
Yeah.
Did he direct Free Guy, or was
Yes.
he a director? on
They
Free
didn't
Guy?
delay it.
That makes sense.
Him and
Yeah,
Ryan
actually.
Reynolds produced it.
One thing that I am like super thinking that might end up saving
Thor: Love and
Multiverse of
Thunder is already
Madness is
having
that
a
it is going to be straight up
no trailer.
like immediately after
Just-
WandaVision, which was incredible.
Taco
I don't
Waititi
think
just
it's
skipped
directly
the trailer
after,
part. He's just
but,
going into the press tour now.
Because he comes back and he's like, "What about?" He talks about the incident that happened there.
Yeah, he's a great.
Yeah.
So
Did he direct
so it
Free
takes-
Guy, or was
it's
he a
after
director?
No
of
Way
Free
I
Guy?
figured it like maybe a couple months later,
But
but
see,
like
This is what I'm afraid of. Is that Doctor Strange? He's a great character because I just like Benedict
Yeah.
Cumberbatch.
Mhm.
But Doctor Strange 1, it was a good movie, but it wasn't the best. Of
I don't think
Phase
it's
3.
directly after,
It wasn't.
but
that was there was
Because
because
a
he
lot.
comes
Phase
back
3.
and he's like,
It
"What
was
about?"
Phase 3.
Talks about
Phase
the
3.
incident
But I disagree.
that happened.
I
there.
love Doctor
I
Strange.
love
I
Doctor
love Doctor
Strange,
Strange,
but
but it's not like
there's just
after
so
No
much
Way
in
Home.
Phase 3 that I
They're
love
banking
better.
on a Doctor
see,
Strange 2.
This is what I'm afraid of. Is
It
that
just
Doctor
feels weird.
Strange?
Yeah, like it's
And
not
they're
like
playing
a,
He's
this
a
other
great
side character.
I just like
who,
Benedict
like,
Cumberbatch.
if
But
you just watch
Doctor
the
Strange
cinematic
1,
releases,
it was a good
Wanda
movie,
had, like, a
but it
major
wasn't the
role
best
in
of Phase 3.
Infinity
It
War
was-
and then
That's
Civil
it.
War.
Is it Phase 3 or
Yeah,
Phase
Well,
she
4?
wasn't
Age of
even that-
Ultron kinda too.
But she was a villain for most of it.
Yeah.
I love Doctor Strange too, but it's not like
That's why I'm like.
they're
Also,
banking on a Doctor Strange
Zombie
2.
Wanda's not in it.
It just feels
Did
weird.
you know that?
no. I didn't
And
know
they're
that.
pulling this other
Because the
side character who,
dress that she's
like,
wearing, or like
if you just watch the cinematic releases, Wanda had like a major role in
is the same
Infinity
as, and then
War
it shows a
and
shot of
then
her
Civil War,
wearing those,
and she wasn't
the
even
look
that-
on her face is just regular Wanda.
but she was a villain for most of it.
Well, I'm just like
That's why I'm like,
I don't know how they're
Could be
gonna
wrong
have.
on
also
that, don't quote me on that, I'm pretty sure.
Zombie
I'm just wondering how like who's gonna be in the Illuminati. Because they have
because
Professor
the
X.
dress
Yes,
that
I don't
she's
think they're
wearing,
building on-
or
I
like the
think
gray
if they built
sweatpants and
more
stuff,
on
and
the
then the
hype
blood
around the
on her,
Illuminati
how it
and
goes
those
around
guys
her eye
being
and
in
down
there,
her
kinda like
nose,
how they did with No
is
Way
the
Home. They're like,
same
"Oh,
as,
look at
and then it
these
shows a
villains,
shot
all
of
these
her
villains are here, like, there's possibility
wearing
that there's more
those, and she
people."
has the blonde on her face, is
That
just
could
regular.
be like a way to build hype, but they're not. They're building on a fight of Wanda's crazy.
I could be wrong on that, though. Don't
and
quote me on that.
Doctor
But I'm
Strange
pretty
can
sure.
stop that.
I just don't know how
I
they're
don't know
gonna
if it's just
have.
bad advertising.
I don't know how they're gonna have so much in a
Yeah, see,
movie.
I don't think they're building on.
I think
I think
they-
if they
It's
build
gonna be almost
more
3
on the
hours,
hype
but I
around
feel
the
like that's
Illuminati
still
and
not
those
hours.
guys being in there, kind of like
It's
how
the
they did with
shortest
No Way
Marvel
Home. They're
movie
like,
of Phase
oh, look
4.
at these villains, like all these villains are here. Like
It's
there's
kinda like
possibility
Let
that
There
there's
Be
more
Carnage.
people.
They could do
That
so
could
much
be
with
like
those characters.
A
but
way to
it's
build
so
hype, but
short
they're
that they
not.
have to
They're
cut
building
down.
on a fight of
And the writing's
Wanda's
probably gonna
crazy,
That's not gonna
and
burn out with
Doctor
Marvel.
Strange is gonna stop that.
Because look at how much
I don't
they
know if it's just
advertise,
bad
like, Moon Knight.
advertising.
And Moon Knight is one of my favorite TV shows so far.
I think they.
It's gonna be 2 hours and 6 minutes.
That is like, how long was Carnage? I think that was a 1 hour and 56 minutes.
It's kind of like Venom. Let There Be
If I'm right.
Carnage. They
It's
could
very
do so
hour
much
and
with those
56
characters, but it's so short
might be
that they
right
have
on
to
that.
cut it down.
You were saying Moon Knight's one of your
Writing's probably
favorites.
just-
I'm
I
thinking
really
right
like
now,
That's something like burnt
for
out
me,
with
it's
Marvel.
already number 3.
Because look at how much they advertise like Moon Knight, and Moon Knight is one of the
Let There Be
my favorite TV
Carnage
shows
was
so
an
far.
hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, so it's only 20 minutes longer than that movie, and that movie.
That is like
flew by.
how long was Carnage? For?
'Cause
I
it
think that was a
feels like
1 hour and 56.
Right when
minutes,
Cletus bites
if I'm right, it's very short.
Eddie, then they're at the final church scene.
The thing
Like,
is,
Yeah, that's true. Because they have so much in that trailer.
I really
There's no
like
way they're
Moon
gonna
Knight.
fit in a 2 hour and 6 minute movie.
you see, the thing is
Considering
that
that they're gonna have like a 25-minute credit.
Yeah, it's bad.
I saw something.
Yeah, so it's only
I didn't even
minutes
know about
longer
the
than
runtime.
that movie, and that movie.
I saw
flew
somebody
by.
point out the other day that even though
'Cause
it
it
does
feels
have a
like
short runtime, they
right
do
when
get to go
Cletus
right into
bites
it because it's been building up with all these
Eddie,
past
then they're at the
TV
final
shows. And I
church
was like, okay, that is kind of a good point.
Wait, so does the official runtime include?
I don't think that's. It's a sequel.
I don't know.
Of course, it's gonna have all those things.
But no, like they have they have been building up to it with WandaVision, with
Like
Loki, with
how long-
What If,
Oh, yeah,
all
I
these
didn't even
different
know about the
TV
runtime.
shows and stuff.
How long was the?
I didn't know about that.
The one with them on the
Fuck,
train.
that was like
It was like 2.5 hours long.
2.5, yeah.
Okay, wait.
And
So
then look at they had a whole season of TV shows to build up to
Yeah.
that, and yet they got a good runtime and they got a great movie out of it. They didn't
Yeah,
cut it
that's
because there was
true.
stuff
It's a
coming
sequel.
before it.
Of course, it's gonna have all those things.
was the official runtime that's on the website? Does that include?
How
the
long?
credits?
Oh yeah,
Because
sure,
there's
okay.
no way
Hold
that.
on, hold on.
Let
How
There Be
long
Carnage
was the Demon Slayer?
Hour and 40 minutes.
The one with them on the train.
There was no post-credit scene.
It's like
for
two
it.
and a
No,
half
but there's
hours
still
long.
like the credits themselves.
there was.
And
the
then look
Morbius
at they
trailer.
had a whole season of
So,
TV
like,
shows to build
the
up
credits
to that.
themselves.
And yet they got a good runtime and they got a great movie.
Does that
They didn't
include? Because
cut it
because like
because
the
there was
credits are
stuff.
like,
I think it's
like
just
10
from.
minutes.
I think it's
What were you
from the. What is it? I think it's from the rating to to the credits is the runtime.
Okay. I saw that.
like
There was
you
no
know what I'm talking
post-credit
about
scene
with
for
rating,
Let There Be
where it shows, like,
Carnage.
the green screen. It says like rated PG.
Oh yeah, there was. It was the
From
Morbius
that
trailer.
to the credits. Is
I was wrong.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Anyways,
But still, like, you're only cutting.
I don't
like
think so.
5 minutes.
That's
I think it's just from. I think it's from.
You're
the,
slowly losing hope.
Multiverse
of Madness throughout this podcast.
I think
I'm
it's
like,
from the rating.
I'm not even trying
Maybe
to
I
get
will
into
to
it.
the
If
credits
I
is
would
the
love to be wrong because I want the hype that's around Marvel to
Like,
be back to.
do you know what I'm talking about with
full force
rating?
back when,
Where it shows
like,
the green screen. It says
like
people were excited
20
about Civil War.
from
People were
that to the credits.
like, they're gonna
Pretty
fight
sure.
each other.
like
still-
Civil
What?
War. Civil
cutting out, like,
War
5
to
minutes.
Infinity War was peak Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
I don't know.
Civil
Now,
War
you're
to Infinity War, like
slowly losing
those
hope
movies and
for
everything in
Multiverse
between
of
was
Madness
just
throughout this
I'm trying to
podcast.
think.
I'm not
It
even
was
trying to
Civil
convince you.
War,
I would love
Strange,
to.
Doctor
Because
Strange,
I
Black
want
Panther,
the hype that's around
Ragnarok.
Marvel.
Ragnarok.
Back to like its full force.
Spider-Man
Back when,
Homecoming.
like,
Homecoming.
people
like,
were excited about Civil War. People were like,
No, Far From Home was.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
it was
fight
after.
each other?
No,
After
it was
Endgame.
after. Yeah,
What?
Because I forgot.
Because
One of the
Iron Man.
main things is that Tony's dead.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Which one?
They
Oops.
feel like we're missing
I
feel like we're
I
still
think
missing.
Phase 4, without the, if you just cut off the TV shows,
Doctor
it's
Ragnarok.
the I've ever seen.
Ragnarok.
Definitely.
Because what?
Yeah.
What do you have going for
And
it?
then-
you have. Okay, wait, no.
Shang-Chi,
Far
No Way
From
Home.
No Way Home
Yeah,
is
that's what it
fucking
is.
amazing.
No, it was after.
How long is
Yeah, it was
the
after
runtime for No
Endgame.
Way
Because I
Home?
forgot. Into the main.
Phase 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go through like every.
Because
single phase
okay,
real
what I
quick.
saw, because I saw a breakdown of No
I
Way
put it
Home
for
of why
Oops.
it worked
Yeah.
compared to Spider-Man 3, because it's almost.
But yeah,
the
I
exact
think
same as
Phase
Spider-Man
4,
It's 2 hours.
without the,
and
if
30
you just cut off the
Exactly,
TV
that's
shows,
perfect.
it's
2.5
probably the
hours is
weakest
perfect for a
I've ever
movie.
seen.
Yeah.
Because then you get like.
Because what do you have going for it?
Like,
You
6
have.
hours.
Okay, wait, no.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I feel like I also
No Way
really
Home
like
is
the fact
fucking
that
Amazing.
in No Way Home that little
long is the runtime for
area
No Way
when
Home?
May dies, it actually showed the Spider-Man.
Because
grieving
okay,
and
what I
all
saw,
the
because I
raining
saw a
stuff
breakdown
and
of
all
No Way
that,
Home
like,
of why it worked
I feel like he did,
They did that
Tom
in
Holland did a
compared
really
to
good
Spider-Man
job
3
acting
because it's
that
almost the
specific
exact
scene.
same as Spider-Man.
I recently just rewatched
Exactly,
Amazing
that's
Spider-Man,
perfect.
the first
2.5
one.
hours is
I didn't watch the
Yeah.
second one.
We don't.
Because then you get like Lonesome Dove,
It's
which is
alright,
like
but
6 hours long.
The way Andrew Garfield acts whenever Uncle Ben gets shot is the best acting.
Mhm.
Whenever like the aunt or uncle dies in the Spider-Man movies, because they aunt or uncle because of Aunt May. But he, in my opinion, acted
did that on
better
every movie.
than Toby. And here's the thing about Toby.
Honestly,
I saw
I
another
recently just
I saw-
rewatched
it was in the same
The Amazing
film
Spider-Man,
analysis
the
of
first one. I didn't watch the second
Spider-Man
one.
3 compared to
The-
the No Way Home, because like they do the same thing
But
where they try
The
to
way
fit all
Andrew
these
Garfield
villains, 'cause
acts
what
whenever
they had,
Uncle
would
Ben
you
gets shot
technically
is the
call,
best acting whenever like
him the
the aunt or
Hobgoblin
uncle
in Spider-Man
dies
3, or is that still
in the
just
Spider-Man
Green
movies.
Goblin?
Hobgoblin
They-
is Ned, which I think that they're building
But
up to that.
he,
With,
in
my
I
opinion,
forgot it.
acted
not the
better
Hobgoblin.
than Toby.
He's still Green Goblin.
And here's
Yeah,
the thing
it's
about
still Green
Toby.
Goblin, Spider-Man.
I saw
So you got
another.
you got Green
I saw a
Goblin,
thing. It was in the
Venom,
same film analysis as
and
the
Sandman.
Spider-Man 3 compared to the
and then
No Way Home. Because like
that's
they do
it.
the same thing where they try to
But
fit
but you're
all
still
these
like
villains.
balancing.
Is what
So you have all
they
these
had-
plot
would
lines
you
going on,
technically
and yet
call-
the movie feels so congested.
now
Now,
Hobgoblin
In Spider-Man 3, you have double as many villains to deal with, and yet the
They
movie
are.
works out fine. And it's just because like it doesn't
still
try
Green
to
Goblin,
jam all their
Spider-Man 3. So
backstories down
you
your
got Green
throat.
Goblin, Venom,
It just like leaves it in there. Like
and Sandman.
Doc Ock
and then-
comes onto the bridge and he's like, "Oh, I had the power of sun in my hands." Boom.
Tech-
You
but
know
you're
it.
still like
You
balancing.
were like, "Oh,
So you have all these
it's from the
plot
third
lines
movie.
going.
Like
and
that's
yet
where
the
he
movie
was.
goes
So you have that knowledge going into
Now,
it, and then
in
you don't
Spider-Man
have to.
3, you have
just focusing
double
on
as
Peter.
many,
And I think that's what
villains
Spider-Man
to deal
3
with.
did wrong because they tried
and
to
yet
show
the movie works
sentimental
out
moments
fine.
with
And it's just because like
Sandman and then
it
Venom
doesn't try to
and,
jam
Eddie
all their
Brock in the
backstories down
church,
your throat.
which was still a good.
It just
scene
like leaves it in there.
with
Like
Eddie's praying and stuff. Then you have
Doc
the-
Ock comes
all
onto the bridge and he's like, "Oh, I
bell
had the
tower
power of sun in my
scene
hands." Boom,
and
you
all
know
this
what he
stuff. It
wanted.
was like,
You're
Spider-Man
like,
3
"Oh,
was very congested.
it's
But
from the third
another thing
movie.
that I
Like that's
saw
where he
with
was.
Toby,
You
because
have that
honestly,
knowledge going in,
In my opinion,
and then you
and
don't
it's a
have
very
to.
unpopular
You're just
opinion.
focusing on.
Andrew's my favorite.
And I
I'm
think
just
that's
like,
what
'cause I'm just a
Spider-Man
sucker
3
for
did
Andrew.
wrong because
I don't
they
feel like
tried
it's
to
an
show
unpopular
sentimental
because that's mine
moments with
too.
Technically, right
Sandman
now it's not,
and
but
then
back in the day
Venom
it was.
in the or Eddie Brock
And then
in
I
the
put
church,
Tom Holland
which was still a good
little
scene
bit above
when Eddie is praying and stuff.
Tobey Maguire.
Then you
I
had
actually agree with the Tobey
bell
Maguire being
tower
the worst,
scene
but I have
and all
Andrew
this
and
stuff. It was like
Tom just
Spider-Man
barely
3 is very
flipped,
good.
just kind of
But
like
another thing
they're
I
super
saw
close in
criticism
my
with Tobey,
opinion.
because
Out of this
honestly,
newest one.
The
in
one
my opinion,
criticism
and it's a
I have of
very
Andrew Garfield is
unpopular
that they made him too cool.
Andrew's my
my
Well, yeah, I didn't
He's
like.
like a
I
skater,
I
and his,
hate
like,
the
hair
fact
is
that he's a
designed-
skater. A
He's a
bug
technic-
skater.
Right now it's not, but back in the day it
his
was.
hair is all
And then I
up and
put
stuff, and
Tom
then,
Holland a little bit
It
above.
even says in the first movie
Tobey
that
Maguire.
the spider, Dr. Connor says that it fixes their vision, yet
He still has
and he
glasses
still
on.
wears
I can
glasses.
see that.
100% though. 100%. His quips are the best.
I think
Yeah,
the
sure,
one
Tiny Knives
criticism I have with
I
Andrew
think-
Garfield is that they made him too cool for
He's the
Peter
most
Parker.
angry.
Because he's like a
of all.
skater
In
and
that
his like
same
hair is
scene,
designed.
because it's
He's a
Spider-Man.
skater.
Spider-Man's like looking up for the
His
little
hair
guy
is
stuff.
all
But
up
whenever
and
he sees
stuff,
the
and then
knives guy, he covers
it
the
even
guy's
says in the first
nose
movie
and
that
mouth
the
so he can't
spider,
breathe.
Dr. Connor says that it
Walks
fixes
up
their
to him
vision,
and then
yet
looks for the tattoo,
and he
and
still
then
wears
says,
glasses
"This
the entire
will
movie.
work for you," and then cuts his mouth free and then leaves.
Yeah, with the
That
tiny
is
knives.
so
one.
aggressive.
But I think
I like
for a
how
friendly neighborhood
he's the most
Spider-Man.
angry.
And then I like how the
out of all
part
of them,
in,
'cause
No
that
Way
same
Home
scene,
where they
because
were all
it's
grieving
Spider-Man.
over
Spider-Man's like
their
looking out for the
lost
little guy and
relatives.
stuff. But whenever he says the tiny
And then,
knives guy, he
he
covers
was like,
the guy's
he was like, I got Rachel,
nose and
I stopped
mouth so
pulling
he
my punches.
can't breathe.
That's actually after the
Walks
movie,
up to
though.
him and then looks for
bro,
the
like,
After
tattoo
Gwen died.
and then says,
Bro
"This
started,
could have
like,
got a lot
murdering
worse for you."
people.
Yeah,
and then
Because we
cuts
haven't,
his
we
mouth.
haven't seen that part yet.
No,
Which
I
they
don't.
That
fucking-
is so
that's why
aggressive
people
for
thought
a
that
friendly
Morbius-
neighborhood
Morbius
Spider-Man.
does take place in the same universe as Andrew Garfield, but they fucking baited us with the trailer. None of us have seen Morbius, and I've pretty much seen like all the clips I need to see of Morbius.
I have no intent to see it.
Yeah, we were hyped for it too.
Yeah.
That's
Like, we
actually
filmed
after the
last
second
episode of
movie,
the
though.
podcast Before we were like, we were gonna go see it on Friday, and then all this shit came out. I'm like, never mind.
Yeah, because
This
we
is
haven't
the
we haven't
worst
seen
thing
that
I've
part
ever
yet.
seen.
I think
Which
we should
they
all still go
fucking
see it just
they.
to see how
That's
bad
why
it
people
is.
That's
thought that
exactly
Morbius,
what
because I think
my-
I
Morbius
just wanna
does
wait
take place in
for
the
it.
I'll
same
buy it.
universe as Andrew Garfield.
Okay, cool.
But they fucking baited
I'm
us with
gonna
the
wait
trailer.
until it
None of
came
us
out
have seen
on
Morbius,
YouTube
and
streaming.
I've
I'll
pretty
buy
much
it
seen
for
like
$7
all the
and
clips
watch
I need to see of
No,
Morbius.
we'll go watch it on like a Tuesday
Yeah,
in the morning.
we were all
Yeah, I was
for
gonna say,
like
watch it
$5.
like
Tuesdays.
we filmed the last episode of the
But,
podcast
yeah,
before we
I'm
were like we were gonna go see it on
But
Friday,
they
and then all
fucking
this shit
baited
came
us
out.
'cause
I'm
there's,
like,
like,
never
this scene
mind.
of them
This is
walking
the
up
worst
him
thing I've
running
ever
down the
seen.
alleyway, and it shows a Spider-Man.
I don't.
Shut up.
I just
Jake.
want to wait for it to
I'm
be.
not gonna ticket
That's
price.
what I
Okay.
said.
That's fair. 'Cause I was
And then
gonna
it
wait
shows
until it
the
came out like on
fucking-
YouTube.
what does it show?
I'll just
Hey.
buy like for $7 and watch it.
What does it show on the trailer? Oh, Spider-Man. It says murderer.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh yeah, this is when Spider-Man's
true.
And it was
stops
with-
pulling his pension.
It's so.
That scene's not in the fucking movie.
But they fucking baited us because
It's not
there's
in
like
the
the
movie.
scene
And it's
of
the-
them
it's
walking,
the-
of him running
you
down
can
the
tell that
alleyway,
it's
and it shows
in the
it shows the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jake.
the Andrew Garfield.
The ticket prices.
Yeah, the Sonyverse, because it's his suit.
And then
It's
it
not.
shows
It's
the
fucking
fucking.
worse.
Is it not?
What does it show?
It's the
Yeah,
same.
it's Toby.
It's the same pose as
What does
the
it show on the
Spider-Man
trailer?
3.
Oh, Spider-Man. It says murderer. So everyone's
It's
like,
bogus.
oh yeah, this is when
Either one of
Spider-Man
them. It's the same one.
he
This
stops
is
pulling his
murderer, so
punches.
everyone was like, oh, it's
That scene's not in the
one
fucking
where
movie.
he
It's not in
stops
the
pulling
movie.
his punches.
Honestly, I don't know.
But it's not in the movie.
Wait, hold
that
on.
scene is not in the
Hold on.
movie.
What are you doing Tuesday?
Yeah.
Class and work.
The Sonyverse.
What do you get off work?
The Sonyverse. Yeah.
Like 5.
It's
We'll go watch
it's
Morbius.
gonna be
What are you doing?
Like, just,
It's the
class
same.
and then-
It's the same pose as the Spider-Man
Cool.
3
We'll go watch Morbius.
poster.
Okay. We'll go watch Morbius.
Or spoke to
Because I open on Tuesday.
either one of those. But it's the same one.
Alright.
But it says murderer, so everyone was like, "Oh, it's
It's a date.
the one
We
where."
will get back to that
Stop
in 3
pulling his
weeks since
punches.
we're filming.
But it's not in the movie.
Yeah, I remember
That scene is not in the
a month
movie.
ago, that movie was crazy.
It's class and work.
No, yeah, Morbius fucking sucks. So I'm not excited to see it. And then they were hyping up the Vulture. Do not turn that on while we're filming the podcast. Turn it off.
The Vulture.
Vulture's Michael
Yeah.
Keaton's Vulture's in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And
That-
then they showed him, and they're like, "Look at," and he's in the post-credit scene
Let's go.
of.
I saw-
like, oh, Wolverine,
We will
stay in
get
touch.
back to that.
And then he's in a
because we're filming.
post-credit scene.
That is the
Be like,
post-credit
Yeah, I
scene.
remember.
Yeah. They,
Or he's in, like,
they,
prison.
They
That
teased
movie
it
was
how
crazy.
that it was in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it got
Morbius
moved to
fucking
post-credit
sucks.
scene.
They're like, we
So,
stay
not excited.
touched.
Yeah. And then they were
And
hyping
then
up
it shows,
the
and then
Vulture.
the second
You're not
post-credit
turning
scene
on
is
while we're
Vulture
filming the
with the
podcast.
suit.
Turn it off.
I saw this. Shout out to Raiders of the
Vultures.
Lost Ark
Michael Keaton's
podcast.
Vultures in that movie.
They probably
And then they showed him, and they're like,
But-
"Look at
They're
he's in the
like,
We don't
post-credit
need to
scene
keep
of
subscribers.
they're like, oh,
Fucking-
Morbius, we should stay in
How'd they
touch."
get this?
And then he's in a post-credit
Because
He's
scene.
in prison.
No, that he gets.
Yeah, they
pretty much how,
they teased
like
it how
Venom gets
that it
snapped
was
back
in
to
the
his
movie,
universe.
and it got moved to a
Michael
post-credit
Keaton's
scene.
Vulture gets snapped into the Sonyverse.
And then
So,
it
like,
shows,
like,
and then the second post-credit
he's
scene is
into
Vulture with
the
a
thing.
suit.
But he's
I
in
saw
his
this.
prison
Shout out to
jumpsuit,
Raiders of the
and
Lost
he's in a
Ark.
different universe.
They
and he
probably
gets-
don't need the shout out,
He gets
but
phased
they are way
into
bigger than
prison.
us.
Don't forget to point out that it's also in this
Fucking-
universe. There's a lot less
How'd they
technology.
get
They
this?
don't
And
How'd
have
he
there's
get
no
the suit?
Avengers.
Because
yet
in
he
that
has the same
yeah.
suit
No,
that he built
gets
with the remains
pretty much
of
how
the
like Venom gets
Chitauri.
snapped back
Yeah.
to his universe.
How does he have the suit?
Michael
He
Keaton's
shouldn't
Vulture
have
gets
the
snapped
suit.
into the Sony.
You know, I didn't even think
So he's
about
like,
that.
he's like,
But that literally makes
into
no
the thing.
fucking sense.
But he's in his prison jumpsuit, and he's in a different universe. universe, and he gets phased into prison.
Yeah.
There's no Avengers,
It's alright,
yet
we
he
can
has the
just watch
same
it to see-
suit that
to
he
say that
built
we
with
watched
the
it and it was the
remains
worst
of
movie
the.
Right.
Yeah.
We already watched Sonic 2.
How does
so
he
we
have the
can't see any
suit?
better
He
movies.
shouldn't have the suit.
You never watch Multiverse of Madness?
Nope,
Which we've
it's not gonna be
shit
better.
on for the last 20 minutes. What if it's good?
We're talking about
It's
Spider-Man.
probably gonna be good, but it's just so like
It's gonna
hard
be
to.
mid.
What are your thoughts?
$20 is gonna be mid.
Because we have such high expectations. Like, okay, I thought No Way Home was mid. I just thought it was. I thought it was mid.
Right.
Like I thought Batman was better.
But when you watched it,
I still thought because we didn't have okay.
Shit on.
when you watched it, you
I
didn't
have
Batman.
I have never ever
What if
in my
it's good?
life ever had a theater
It's gonna be
like reaction ever.
$20 is gonna be.
Remember when we watched No Way Home?
Oh, and
there
there
was
was
like
started cheering whenever Andrew came on.
when we watched No Way Home, there was like 15 people in our theater,
I didn't think it
and we were just like,
was gonna be a lot.
"Hey, look, it's Andrew."
Yeah.
Like that was
When
it.
I was-
There was no theater reaction.
But
When
I
I,
remember
went with
watching
the,
it.
There was
I
like
went with
15,
Jake,
there was
there
like
was a
5
theater reaction. But we went at night.
When you watched it,
We're like
Shut up.
the only people
Shut
in
up.
the theater.
Shut up.
But that's
Haters.
because you guys went like during the day.
Yeah,
and,
we,
like, the
we
later
went at
theater.
we went at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to AMC.
Well, we went to the same.
oh, and
theater.
everyone started cheering whenever.
Yeah, but we went like at 9:00 at night.
I went with Dom at like Dom said 9:30, then drove back, then drove up to El Paso again.
Yeah.
When I was,
But
So yeah, when we
When
went,
I
everyone
went
was
with
cheering.
I went
whenever
only-
Jake came
there
on.
was
the only movie where I had like an
We went
actual
at
like audience reaction was Infinity War.
but that's because you guys went like during the day.
Yeah, no, but what
the
did
local
they-
theater.
I know that's when they. But what did they
went
react
to
to?
It was Endgame.
Oh,
Endgame.
I
It
saw
was
when
Endgame. When
but
it
we
was
went
Endgame. Everyone went fucking dummy crazy.
Mhm.
That's why I liked Endgame so much. It's just because everybody went fucking
It was-
crazy.
I don't think I've ever
So yeah, when we
felt
went,
a
everyone
theater
was
that
cheering.
electric.
I
It was
or
insane.
ever will again.
It was
I-
insane.
I had people booing the thing in Infinity War, but that's because when it ended.
Nobody was happy with this.
I know that's when they.
Yeah,
but
when
what
it
did they
snapped
react
And
to?
then it ended. People were like,
Oh,
"Look,
I
it
saw
was
whenever-
good."
Yeah.
But
I
that's,
was-
that's fucking marketing genius because I was
Mhm.
I waited a fucking year and a month for Endgame to come out.
I
And then it
like
wasn't-
saw the trailer.
It
a
wasn't
few
as
months
good as
earlier.
Infinity War.
No, of course not. You
It
can't
was
top
a
that.
it was a fetch
I
quest
got-
movie, and I
No,
hate
I-
fetch quest movies.
I
Yeah, of
had
course.
people booing
But I
the
mean,
thing in
like,
Infinity War,
after-
but that's because when it
After
After
'cause it
Infinity War
ended-
came out,
fucking Sonic.
Yeah,
was
when
a
it
fetch
snapped
quest
and then it
movie. I
ended,
take it
people
back,
were like,
fetch quest
"What?
movie.
But that's
I
that's
gotta go
fucking
from
marketing
point A to
genius
point
because
B.
I waited
Well,
a
honestly,
year
Sonic
and a
2's
month
kinda like
for
that
Endgame
too.
to
Sonic
come
2 is the
out.
same way.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't as
They
good
were
as
psyched.
Infinity War.
And Hawaii.
It was a
Depends on
it
what
was
you
a
put
fetch
inside of it.
quest movie, but I
Yeah.
hate fetch quest movies.
Are we comparing Endgame to Sonic 2?
What's another fetch
They go to
quest?
Siberia.
It's where they.
Oh yeah,
snowboard.
you're right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
but
Sonic
it's
1
not-
is a fetch quest.
Which is a
Take
fucking
it
great
back,
callback
fetch
to the
quest
video
movies.
games.
It was a very good scene. I really liked
Oh, I
it.
gotta
You know
go
what me
from
and
point
Jake
A to
played a
point
couple
B to
days
get
ago?
my thing.
Played,
Team Sonic Racing.
Sonic Team Racing on
Nice.
PlayStation. We kept wiping the floor.
But
You guys
Yeah,
remember-
we got like maximum points, and
It
we're
depends
like,
on what you put
yeah,
inside
it's
it.
time to get off.
Do you guys remember Wii Sports Resorts?
Yeah.
Are we comparing
Or
Endgame to
Mario
Sonic?
versus Sonic Olympics.
Mario versus
It's where they
Sonic.
snowboard.
I never played
God.
the
The
Olympics,
Olympics.
Which is a fucking
That was the
great
best shit
callback
ever.
to
That was
video
my
games.
favorite.
I played.
Because there was
I would always be Sonic because
Do you
I'd
know
be
what
like,
me
how
and
are you
Jake
gonna
played a
run
couple
faster than
Exactly.
Sonic?
Sonic.
Actually, I think I was
Sitting
always
on
And then
the
I get my
PlayStation.
ass beat by
I
fucking
kept
Mario.
wiping
I was actually on the
There's
Shadow.
there's
Bots.
a game, there's one of those games at Dave and Buster's, and I always pick Eggman because I think it's really funny to play as Eggman and like run around.
Do you
I played
remember
Eggman
Wii
in
Sports
Sonic Team
Resort?
Racing. I just remembered. I did play Eggman.
I never played
I,
the.
think I saw the. I
Mario
was playing
versus
with
Sonic
Dom
Olympics.
yesterday. I saw the
I
Mario
played,
versus Sonic Olympics at round 1 too.
Exactly.
When did you go to
But then you could move your
A
arms
few
fast
months
enough.
back.
But no, yeah,
I played.
I think one of my
when I would
I
play
think
it
what
because
I
there's a
want in
game.
Multiverse of Madness
There's one of those
is I
games
wanna
at
go, like,
Dave and Buster's, and I always pick
midday.
Eggman 'cause I think it's really funny.
at like maybe
To
at like
play as Eggman.
like later in the day, like 5 or 6.
I play as Eggman in
Dude, I
Sonic
wanna
Team Racing.
fucking,
I
like,
just remembered. I did
crowd.
play as Eggman.
Because I feel like that kind of stuff makes any movie better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, okay, at
Depends on
Endgame,
the crowd.
Dude, just
At
as long
Endgame?
as it's not a crowd like our movie yesterday with Sonic 2. The kids in front of us were.
Oh yeah, but
I
that's
see. I don't
'cause
have.
you went to Sonic.
We went to
2.
Sonic 2. You really think there's
Yeah.
gonna be 6-year-olds at fucking
Yeah, I know,
Multiverse
but
of
like I'm
Madness?
saying.
No, but like, I just want like a theater where they just go fucking crazy. Because like
Mhm.
when we were watching No Way Home and Daredevil came on the screen, right? It was just like that's Daredevil. Woo!
Yeah, when I watched
You know?
it with Dylan, it was
Depends
so
on the
much
crowd.
different.
Yeah,
Like,
people
it
were
was
like,
just
"Woo."
it was just like, oh hey everybody, look, it's some blind guy who caught a brick.
Oh yeah, but that's because
know?
you went to
And I was
Sonic
like,
2.
Holy shit, everybody, this is Daredevil. Like this is fucking insane.
Dom watched the
Yeah.
Daredevil TV show like a week before.
I did.
It was pretty good.
I like
haven't
it.
I
watched all
love
of it
that
yet.
movie. Or
I,
that TV show.
I finished it, and I watched the Marvel Defenders too.
Defenders was okay.
I
Aren't they
hated
remaking it?
Defenders.
Yeah, I heard the Defenders didn't get a lot of.
It was
reviews.
Daredevil.
Yeah, people were like,
Cage,
"Woo!"
Jessica
Iron Fist.
Jones, Iron Fist.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. It was,
All the ones that they made the shitty versions of the TV shows.
yeah.
But Moon Knight, we keep
Yeah.
we keep like mentioning.
I liked the
Yeah.
first episode,
was
but I
pretty good.
was alright.
I haven't
was
watched
kind of
all
on
of
the
it
fence
yet.
with the second episode.
I liked the second episode. They kind of Mr. Knight. They kind of like baited because in the
Aren't they
post-season
remaking
picture,
it?
Mr. Trent is like this badass guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
and he was
his
like,
defenders
take a
did get a
suit.
lot of
He's like,
good
Steven
views.
just turns out to be Steven.
Iron Fist.
Whack, whack.
and Iron
He's like, I thought you wanted me to have a suit on.
all the ones
Not
that
that
they made
kind of
the
suit,
shitty
genius.
versions of.
I think there's like, but what is there?
But
like
Moon
a,
Knight, we
what is
keep
it,
we keep like
25
mentioning Moon
seconds
Knight.
of Moon Knight in a Moon Knight show.
I mean, yeah, it's still the first couple of.
I like
It's still the first 2 episodes.
They kinda
Episode,
Mr. Knight,
I'm
they kinda,
funny
like,
how episode 3 is usually when
dated
these
because in the
Marvel
posters,
TV
like, they
shows
show
start
Mr.
to
Knight
like
as,
get
like,
more.
this
Because if you
badass
watch
guy.
WandaVision,
And it just turns out
that's
to be
when
Steven.
shit picked up.
That's
They
when
still
we
haven't
saw what
revealed
was
the
going
third
on outside the
personality.
hex.
We saw what?
They still haven't revealed the third personality.
Yeah,
It's
I
Jake
liked it
something,
though.
Jake Lockie or something like that.
I think there's like,
Yeah.
but
That's
what is
probably
there like
who's gonna
a
come in the third
cumulative?
episode.
That's what they
25
think
seconds
that
of Moon Knight
Jake Lockie is the
in a
one
Moon
who
Knight
asked
show?
out that girl because Mark didn't do it.
Because Mark was married.
Mark's married, and then
Steven had no idea.
Yeah, so they think it's Jake Lockie.
That's a good
I
point.
could
I
be
never
wrong
thought
about
about
that
that.
too, though. I don't think it's Jake Lockie.
But like,
Well, they
like
still
Nolan was
haven't
saying,
revealed
they
the
wanted
third
that-
personality.
Steven and Mark.
They still haven't
don't know
revealed the
Jake
third
Lockie
personality.
exists.
It's Jake Lockie or something like that.
Because they just
They
keep
haven't
talking
revealed
to
it yet.
each other.
But
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
that's
So
what
they
they think that he's.
One
Jake
thing I liked
Lockie
about
is
the first
one
episode,
who
though,
asked out that girl.
Was the very
Mark
end
didn't
when he
do
was
it.
in the bathroom, and it was
Mark's married,
Steven,
and then
like, scared for his life,
yeah,
and
so
Mark
they
was
think
just
it's
talking
Jake
to him in the mirror.
I could be
really
wrong
liked
about that
shot.
name though.
I thought that was a great shot.
I think the CG could have left more to be desired.
But
I
they
don't
think
think
that
the CG
Steven
was a little
and Mark
janky
don't
throughout
know
the
Jake
first
Lockie.
episode. Like the cupcake, they CG'd it in
Because they
entire
just keep
cupcake
talking
just to
to
follow me
each
down,
other.
and it didn't look.
Oh
very
my god!
good.
Speaking of which, this just came to my head. We were watching Sonic 2 yesterday, and the beginning was so bad, and we hated it, and I hated it so much because basically it starts off with like Sonic trying to be Batman, right? And there's like
I think
a
the
car
CG
chase, and
could
he's
have
like,
left
I'm
more
Blue
to be
Justice,
desired,
right?
but I really
And
The CG
he
was a
takes
little
off
janky.
like he takes down the armored car
Like the
by
cupcake,
like taking
they
out all of the
CG'd an
screws,
entire cupcake
and
just
the
to
car
follow
just
down,
falls
and
apart, right?
It didn't
But
look
it
very
keeps
good.
like going and like sliding onto the floor, and it's going into this like ice cream truck, and everybody like takes off, except for the kid. He just like stands right there for like
Why?
a dramatic like, where it's just about to hit him and then it stops. He just stares. Just as the car stops, the kid stares into the guy's eyes,
Yeah.
and they just make like awkward eye contact for like 3 seconds,
Then they kiss.
and then you can, and then you could just see the ice cream cone get pulled off with a string. Like you could very clearly see the string.
Because it's like it's all still, as the kid's just like this, and it just goes wee.
Because it doesn't fall like down; it goes up and then
Yeah,
down.
and it goes off to the
But
like
you
the
can
left,
very
and where
clearly
he's just
still
holding it like this.
see the string. So we were like, "What the fuck?" And he put like no pressure on it. You know how like if they're gonna make it fall, they'll like tilt it a little bit, or they'll like crack the cone so the ice
Yeah.
cream falls.
Yeah.
He's just
No-
holding it like this.
No pressure whatsoever. He's just holding it, and it's like the 2 scoops. The second one goes up to the right and then falls off screen. We were like, "What the fuck?" We were so confused.
There was a couple
In a
things that
fully
dominated.
CG movie, like a half CG movie, they just couldn't.
They couldn't CGI the ice cream falling, but they could
Yeah.
CGI a fucking porcupine
A
throughout the
blue
whole
porcupine.
movie.
Yeah.
They can
They can-
CGI a blue porcupine with electricity around him fighting a red fucking basically porcupine too with red electricity around him.
With a fucking fox with 2 tails flying. But they can't do the ice cream.
In a fully CG movie, like a half CG movie, they just couldn't.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was another thing like a few minutes later that Dom and I both looked at each other like, what the fuck is this?
Jim Carrey hit the floss. It was pretty
Oh.
sick.
No, don't show me that.
No, trust me, I'm not gonna show you.
Are you trying to find the ice cream cone?
I am.
You're not gonna find it. The movie came out
Yeah.
like a week ago.
That's why I'm trying to find it. There's already a bunch of like leaks already.
It came out yesterday
It was like
was
the
the
They almost said
official release date.
whole ass
They
movie.
ended up staying in that
Whole
hometown
ass
from the
movie.
first movie,
Fucking,
don't they?
Do you know the way? They almost had it.
He's like, I know the way, and we were like,
so
God
close.
damn
Do the line, Bard.
No, don't show me
We were so
that. I really
close.
don't. Are you trying to try to find the ice
Say
cream
the
clip?
line, Bard.
You're not gonna find it. The movie came out like a week ago.
Let me say something.
It came out.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember what it was that like just a few minutes later, Dom and I had the exact same reaction to something. I'm trying to remember. He's like, I know the way.
I'm still trying to find the ice cream cone because that shit was so like that shit was so stupid. It was
Did you
hilarious.
see the Xbox controller?
Say the line, Bart.
They're like cooler one.
It's like furry. It's really weird.
No.
Pull it up, Jake. You'll like pull it fast. Just look up Sonic 2 Xbox controller.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
I forgot what were you gonna say? Oh, what were you gonna? Ezra Miller. Did you see about that?
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
arrested, huh?
He he got arrested, but he got fired from Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Yesterday.
I love Ezra
The
Miller.
Flash.
Did you see the
and
Xbox controllers of the
Fantastic
movie?
Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore. Those are his last 2 movies.
Like
in Warner
furry.
Bros.
Really weird.
Oh wait, so they're gonna end up finishing they already finished
It's
the
already
production?
finished.
Look up
So, yeah.
Sonic
So
to
that's gonna
my
be released.
God.
Xbox controllers.
Why are the controllers so furry?
Oh,
Not sure, but
Ezra Miller. Did you see about that?
It's
That bugs
He
me.
got-
Well,
What did
he's
he get
a-
arrested
He got
for?
arrested, but he got fired from Warner
Barging.
Brothers.
He got arrested because
So,
he was
the
assaulting people.
Flash
and he was
and
doing some
then
crazy stuff while he was
Fantastic
drunk.
Beasts,
He was very
Secrets
rude.
of Dumbledore.
And then
Those are
he
his
ended up
last
getting
2
arrested because he barged into a couple's hotel room in Hawaii and threatened to kill them.
It's already
And then
finished,
tried
so
to
yeah.
steal
So
their,
that's gonna
like,
release.
credit cards and stuff.
When you're the Flash, but you're broke.
But
It kind of makes sense that he got arrested.
I don't.
Yeah,
he's
just
a
a tad.
And then
He's not my
Homelander from the
Flash.
Barging
barging. He got arrested because he was
for
Yeah.
assaulting
assaulting
a
I think we
woman.
talked about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
already.
He was
He's
doing
like
crazy
on a
stuff while he was
podcast.
drunk.
He's like,
It was
I thought
very
it was
no, we
rude.
did.
He's
He's
like,
like,
do
He
you
ended
know
up
who
getting
I
arrested
am?
because he
Yeah.
barged into a couple's
Yeah.
hotel room in Hawaii and threatened to kill them. And then tried to
Celebrities
steal
just get
their
fucking
like.
crazy.
credit cards.
That's
What
why-
they can do.
That's why Jim
Who was
Carrey
it
was
that,
talking
like-
about. That's why
So
Jim Carrey was like,
It kind of makes sense that
Why
he
he
got
retired.
arrested.
because he said that he doesn't
And
want to
then
be in acting
Homelander
if that
from The
shit
Boys
at
got
Grammys
arrested
happened.
He
was
was
just
so
so-
assaulting
He was
a
so
waiter.
disgusted, or the Oscars. He
We
was
didn't
so
want to go on a
disgusted.
podcast
We
meeting.
haven't
We were just
recorded
talking about
since
it.
then with the Oscars.
Did we?
That shit was hilarious. But
Yeah.
I feel
I
Cool
felt
down there.
weird that
Beat his
people.
ass.
I felt.
He-
I don't know
The
because
greatest
Celebrities
memes in
just
2
be
years.
what Jada
crazy
said the other
with
day.
what they
that it
can
was a
do.
horrible wedding.
Yeah, she was like,
Oh.
I didn't even want to.
She regretted getting married to Will Smith.
And
I
she
saw-
cried at the horrible wedding.
I saw
Probably
something.
She also like I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
which
we haven't
birthday it
talked
was,
about
but
that-
Will
about the
ended up
Oscars.
throwing, like, this giant birthday
happened-
for her,
we haven't
and she
recorded
hated it,
since then
And then said it was like
with the
just
Oscars.
for him or something. And of course Will's gonna
It was.
agree.
I felt weird that
He's for,
people.
like,
I
10 or
felt.
some shit. I don't know.
I
What.
don't know.
Yes, my
because
queen.
I don't know
Whatever you say.
what that woman does to him.
I don't know what
that it was a
She-
horrible wedding.
I saw-
Talked about that
She
part.
got money.
She regretted getting.
I saw
she
something,
regretted getting
um,
married to
No,
Will
'cause
Smith,
Willow
and said she
fucking-
cried at the
note, I
horrible
think it
wedding.
just- I saw it today.
And
Willow
then
wrote
she
a note,
also
when
like
she was
I don't
little,
remember which birthday it was,
asking
but Will
Tupac to
ended up
come
throwing like
back
this
'cause to
giant
make her
birthday
mom
for her,
happy.
and
Yeah.
she hated it.
I saw
If I were
something.
Will,
Like,
if I were Will,
or
I'd beat
something.
the
And of
fuck
course,
out of
Will's
her.
gonna fucking agree because he's just
Honestly,
like
Will Smith is a
he's
bitch.
her like pet or some shit.
I
don't
saw
know
something
what.
like a week
I don't know
ago,
what
and I don't
that
know if
woman
it's
does to
true or
him.
not, but
She's
she also
fucking- she
apparently
got him on a. She got him
said
on a
something
huge
about
screw.
her not really caring
I think it's her
about
kid.
the
No, because
joke.
Willow
No, she didn't
fucking
care about
the
the-
note.
she
I
didn't
think it
say
just
anything
I saw
about
it
the
today.
joke.
Willow wrote a note
It
like when
was
she was little,
like a while ago,
asking
she said that she didn't
Tupac
care
to
about
come
people
back
making
'cause
jokes
to make her
about
mom
her.
happy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
she
I
was
saw.
like,
Fast
I don't care if
What
people
the
make fun of
fuck?
me if I'm bald.
No, my bald head.
I'm
People
like-
make jokes
Yeah.
about my bald head. But then she also said that let me before I butcher the quote, I'm pretty sure she said that she was disgusted by what Will did at the Oscars.
I
Yeah,
think I saw
I heard
that
some-
too.
She
Yeah,
didn't care about
One
the-
thing I do love,
she didn't say
the
anything about
memes.
the joke.
They are
they are
hilarious.
so good. These are the best
While
memes
ago,
since
she said that she
2020.
didn't care about people making jokes.
2020 is
And then
great memes.
fast forward. No,
I was
my
looking
fault.
through my gallery on my phone and
But
all
then
my
she also
saved
said
memes
that,
from 2020.
Before I
And
butcher the
God, I was dying.
I'm pretty sure she said that she was disgusted by what Will did at the Oscars.
By the way, Dylan, while we're like quiet, so you're probably gonna cut this out anyways.
I'm not. What?
Maybe like add a point somewhere in
Well, it's
while
not-
editing that just lets the viewers know where to skip to, because we're spoiling it,
What? Oh,
like Sonic and stuff.
we haven't said anything about the plot wise for Sonic.
Yeah, but we kind of spoiled Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow.
But
I
it's
know
just
about
Sonic 2,
Shadow, and I
so I
haven't
don't think
seen it.
anybody cares.
I don't think people care yet. And then by the time we can talk about Moon Knight and stuff, because by the time this episode comes out, it'll be
Episode
Two.
4 will be
That's
out.
true.
Well, episode 4 will be.
will be coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I might be fake.
What?
About the slap, about her saying about the slap.
We haven't
Because
said
what I'm
anything about
seeing
the plot-wise.
is that she laughed whenever Will slapped Chris Rock.
Which,
I know about Shadow, and I haven't seen it.
shout out to Will Smith, though.
I don't think.
Because, like,
And
he's a
then
better
by the
man
time
than
we
me.
Talk about
you know?
Moon Knight and stuff. Because
I'd
by the
never
time this
defend
episode
another
comes out,
girl's
it'll
man,
be
like, another
two.
fucking man's girl like that.
well, it'll be coming. Will be coming out. Yeah.
Because she whispered over and was like, August.
So I might be fake
He was
about
laughing before. It's
the
known that
slap.
he was
About
laughing
her saying
before
about the slap. Because what I'm
she fucking
seeing
said something
is
before
that
the-
she laughed
the
whenever
cut.
Will
He's probably
slapped.
dragging
You
this,
go to the
this-
Oscars.
By the time
This
this
is
episode comes
actually
out,
shock.
this topic will be drug into the fucking ground. But it is stupid. It is so. People are like, he's
Nah,
she's,
you know why he did
protecting
it?
his woman.
because
No,
she
he's
fucking
was
protecting
knows,
every
man.
other else's woman.
August
Bro.
would-
That's our woman at this point.
Jokes about him cheating aside.
Because he was laughing before.
It
It's
is
known that he was
retarded.
laughing
He shouldn't
before
have acted like that,
she
'cause it's
she fucking said something
stupid.
before
And
the
then for the
cut.
Academy to let
We're probably
him
dragging
accept
this.
it,
He
he's
should
pretty
By
have
the
much
time
got
this
that
episode comes out,
assaulted
this topic will be
a
drug into the
person on
fucking
stage.
ground.
The
Like,
host.
He
It is
assaulted
stupid.
the host. Imagine
It is
if
so.
anybody else
People
did
are
that
like,
if it wasn't a celebrity.
he's
Will
protecting
Smith
his woman.
assaulted the host for making
Fucking
a
no, he's
bald
being-
joke. And just because she didn't find
Jokes
it funny,
about him
then
cheating
fucking
aside,
tweet about it and say that
it
was
is
disrespectful,
retarded.
or
He shouldn't
talk
have
to him
acted like that
afterwards.
because it's
Don't go up
stupid.
on
And
national
then
TV
for the
during a
Academy
live
to
broadcast
let
and
him
slap
accept
and
it,
assault
he's
the host.
pretty much
Yeah, because
he
like,
assaulted
And then
a
to say that
person
you're
on
like this
stage.
family-loving guy. Like,
He
you've been
assaulted
in
the
Disney
host.
movies and
Imagine
kids
if
movies,
anybody else
and
did
then
that
you start to
if it
scream
wasn't a celebrity.
profanities at the
Will
stage
Smith
like a
assaulted
child.
the host for making
It's
a
stupid.
bald
It's so
joke.
fucking stupid.
And just
The
because she
Oscars
didn't
are
find it funny,
known
didn't fucking
for
tweet about it and
inviting
say that it was
people just to make
disrespectful
fun of them.
or talk to him
Yeah,
afterwards.
That's how it's been
Don't go up
for
on
like
national
decades.
TV during
So
a
if you
live
can't take those
broadcast
jokes,
and
like why don't you
slap
show
and
up?
assault
Like,
the
don't show
host.
up.
And then
But then they boycott
and
it,
then
and
to
then
say
they'll
that
bring
you're
back
like
Chris
this
Rock.
family-loving
What do you say
guy,
about,
like you've
why
been
they
in
boycotted
Disney
the
movies and kids
Oscars?
movies, and then you start to scream
Chris Rock's
profanities
like,
at the stage like a child.
Might get us demonetized, but
It's stupid.
said,
It's so fucking stupid.
Jada boycotted the Oscars this year. Jada and Will. He's like,
Dude.
Jada boycotting
Yeah, it's
the
all just
Oscars
jokes.
is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties.
We can't get.
I was
demonetized.
never invited.
We're not-
But then they
we're not
boycotted
allowed
it.
to.
What else did you
But yeah,
Uh,
'cause,
what he said
was saying
about
it was
a while
stupid
ago
for her
when
to
they
boycott
boycotted
it
the
because she
Oscars.
was never invited anyways. So why is she boycotting?
When Chris Rock said like
Makes sense. I don't.
might get us
Jada's a shitty
demonetized,
fucking
but
person. I don't know.
he
like,
said,
she's shitty to Will Smith. Will Smith is an honestly good guy.
Jada boycotted
And
the
now he
Oscars this
defended
year.
her.
Jada and
She
Will.
doesn't even like the
He's
guy.
like
He
Jada
is
boycotting the
losing
Oscars
everything.
is like
See,
me
and it's-
boycotting
Yeah.
Rihanna.
She's not even being.
I
dragged
was
through the
never
dirt
invited.
As much as she should be, because everyone's like, "Fuck you."
Oh yeah,
Will
we're
Smith,
not
fuck you, Will
talking
Smith."
about
Well, at this
But
time,
yeah,
already
everyone
knows
that.
knew
He was saying it
everything
was
about
stupid
that.
for her to
Yeah,
boycott
her
it
cheating,
because she was never
and all
invited.
because she
So
fucking
why is she
told him
boycotting it?
to his face on
I didn't-
TV that
Jada's
she
a
cheated
shitty
on
fucking
him.
person.
And she's
Or
like,
an
"Yeah, we have an
entanglement.
open
Will
relationship."
Smith. Will Smith
No,
is
they
an
don't.
honestly
Look,
good
you're
guy,
married.
and now he defended her, and she
cares
doesn't even
about
like the
you.
guy,
He cares
and
about
he
his
is
kids.
losing.
They literally
everything.
said "till death to us
Doesn't
part,"
matter.
and she was like, "Nah, I'm okay."
Will Smith, I do not see Will Smith going to other girls.
No.
Because they're like, they have an open relationship.
Well, at this
Why is
time,
it
everyone
working?
already knew
And why does
everything
Will
about
get
that,
so
about her
Why did
cheating.
she get their open
Because she
relationship, but he
fucking
doesn't?
told
And
him
then why is
to his
he
face
so
on TV
emotional and stuff
that she cheated
whenever,
on him or had an
you
entanglement.
mention the entanglement.
No, they don't.
It doesn't
He-
seem
she
like
loves-
It seems like
he
you want an open relationship.
Cares about you and cares about his
Just
kids.
tell him that you want one, and then so you can get fucking divorced.
Will Smith,
That's-
I do not see Will
that
Smith
sucks.
going.
They've
to
been
other
married for how
girls.
long now?
I don't know.
Because they're like they have an open relationship. Then why isn't Will doing it? And why does
It's
Will
hard to
get
find
so?
somebody else like that too.
when it-
That's so stupid. Will, I
And then
feel
why
like
is
Will
he
Smith
so
acted
emotional
retarded
and
at
stuff whenever
acting stupid
you
at the
mention
Oscars.
the entanglement?
He shouldn't have done that.
It doesn't really seem like an.
But
It seems like you want an open
retarded
relationship.
just to change it to stupid.
Just tell him that you want one,
Can't say that.
and then it's like you can
Cancel.
get divorced.
Cancel Jacob.
Yeah. But ultimately, I feel bad for him because he shouldn't have stood up for her. She doesn't care about him the way that
It's-
she cares that he cares about her. And now he's.
Will I
he
feel like
lost
Will Smith
Bad
acted
Boys
retarded
4,
at
which
not retarded.
obviously
He acted
fucking
stupid
terrible anyways.
at the
Oh, they canceled that?
Oscars. He
It's
shouldn't have done that. But
It's probably
They
gonna
they
get
canceled it.
He got banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
10 years. I heard about that.
He
yeah.
got.
I didn't hear
me.
about any of
He
this.
got fired from the Academy.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
he
ultimately, I
said
feel
he
bad
said
for
he
him
resigned,
because
but
he
That
shouldn't
we
have
all know
they
that.
gave him
She
the
doesn't
option
care
to
about him.
resign.
The ways that she cares that
They
he cares
didn't
about
fire
her.
him
Basically,
And
for
now he's-
for slapping
He
for
lost
assaulting the freaking
Bad
host.
Boys.
Well, I'm saying,
4,
like,
which
but
The
they
Academy
gave him
means he
the-
can't vote
terrible
on
anyways.
what movies win.
That's not what I'm
It's put
saying.
on-
I'm saying them giving him the option.
probably gonna be
basically
canceled.
just like
Yeah,
He
they
got
gave
them
banned
him
saying,
on Oscars
okay,
for
you
10
can
years.
look not as
He
bad.
got
but it's
he got fired from the Academy.
So dumb. And then he lost.
So
his
he can't-
producer,
That pretty much they gave
what
him
was
the
it?
option to
Something
resign.
on Netflix was coming
They
out,
didn't
and
fire
he was a
him.
producer on it, and he got
For slap-
removed.
for
It's getting
assaulting the
canceled
freaking
because-
host.
Or he got removed from
The
it.
Academy means he can't vote
And
on
then,
what movies
someone
win and
did
stuff.
Something else.
What?
There was a project he was in with JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, they gave him
and
the
JoJo
option
Siwa
to-
just dipped out of the project.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
just it's
You know
JoJo
you're
Siwa.
bad whenever JoJo Siwa
And
doesn't want
then
to
he
Yeah.
lost his producer.
When the fucking 17-year-old's like, sorry, I need to protect
what was
my
it?
image.
Something on
Stupid, though.
Netflix
But
was
Chris
coming
Rock
out, and he was a
cool for
producer
not
on it.
pressing charges.
He
Yeah.
got a
it's
bag
getting
from that
canceled
though.
because- or he
Did you
got
hear about
removed
that?
from it.
Because he had a comedy
And then,
show,
Yeah.
someone
and nobody bought
something
tickets
else.
to it.
Oh, but now they did.
There
And
was
now
a project he was
all
in
of
with
his
JoJo Siwa, and JoJo
shows
Siwa
are sold
skipped
out
of
across the
project.
country.
That makes sense.
they all want to hear his
You
take
know
on the
you're
slap.
bad whenever
Yeah,
JoJo
but
Siwa
it's-
doesn't want to work with
That's
you.
a
If he did press start, because
Talking
everyone
about
was
the
like,
slap
oh, it's
feels like
fake.
talking
It
about
was
the
their
slap.
actors. You
But
can see
Chris
it's fake.
Rock
Then why
was
would,
cool
like,
for not
police
pressing
call?
charges.
They
police-
they asked him to leave during the Oscars too, and he said no.
Yeah. So that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fake. Those
but
who
now
said
they
it was
did.
fake are fucking stupid. It's not fake.
They're like, it was Hollywood. Look at the padding on his cheek. No, shut the fuck up. You're
It's
stupid.
not fake.
Yeah.
It's real. It was real. It was stupid.
Yeah, but it's like
Okay,
if
it was a good ass
if he
joke
did
too.
press start-
That
'cause
shit was
Yeah,
hilarious.
everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's
Yeah, it
fake."
was a great joke.
Like they're actors, you can see it's
You've
fake.
seen G.I.
Then
Jane,
why
right?
were like
Well,
police
you just need to
calls?
see the poster.
but
She has
I've
a
seen
shaved
what she
head.
She wants to be like in the military or whatever.
I've seen what
I
she
haven't
looks
seen
like.
J.J.
That's what
She
I'm
wants to be in the military or whatever,
Oh, it's fake.
but she needs like they
so
won't let
those who
girls
said it was fake.
in.
It's
So
not
she
fake.
needs to look like a guy, so she shaves her fucking head,
Yeah,
and she just
shaves
looks like Jada, and it's hilarious.
It's real.
It's a
It was
cool-
real.
And then Will
Stupid.
found it funny.
It's American
Will found it
Mulan.
funny, too. No, do not say that.
Judge 2 can't wait to see it. Yeah, it was a
Mulan
great
is
joke.
like women in power.
Where's the dragon at then?
Well, you just need to see the poster.
Dumbass.
She has like shaved head. I haven't seen J.J.
What else?
Anyway.
Movie wise. Alright, I guess we're kind of.
Yeah, I was about to say we should probably start wrapping it down now.
Yeah,
So shifts it.
for this first episode.
That way we can save a little bit for the next episode too.
Yeah.
We have another one to film
It's a
right now.
funny ass
Yes.
joke. And then
Ah!
Will found it funny too.
Yeah.
You
No,
are?
do not
I
do
am.
that.
Oh,
Yeah, whenever.
Will,
Oh, yeah,
Mulan
yeah,
is like
yeah,
women
yeah,
in
yeah,
power.
yeah.
Although it's probably gonna be next month anyways,
Where's your face?
so we can try to do this some other time.
You just want to film
Yeah.
What else?
Okay.
You're gonna cut all this
I guess
out,
we're
right?
something. Maybe.
5.
No, don't
Yeah.
stop. I have to do
For
the
this first
outro.
episode.
I'm not pressing it yet.
Don't
You
do
always
drugs.
quit it early. What is it? Thank you for supporting
'cause
us.
Don't do
Jacob
drugs.
Gumby
We have 8,000 views on TikTok for a stupid joke I filmed in 2 seconds.
Go look at the dog. That shit was
What was it?
hilarious.
What was the actual outro though that we decided upon?
Don't do
just
drugs.
No, it's don't
You
be
just
an
want to
asshole.
film this one then?
Oh yeah.
Thank you for supporting
Okay.
us. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, join our
Maybe.
Discord.
And always
Don't worry,
remember.
stop.
If
Have to do
you're
the outro.
Spotify, go check our YouTube.
Fucking-
Just go to our
you
link
always
tree.
Quit it early. What is
Uh,
it? Thank you
please
for
don't
supporting
be an
us.
asshole. It's really
We
fun.
have
Cool to see
8,000
assholes.
views on.
Just go to our link tree.
Stupid joke I filmed in.
Booze.
Oh, we just posted a dog today. Oh, just don't. No, it's don't be an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for supporting us. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram. Join our Discord. But if you're on Spotify, go check our YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go check on Spotify. Please don't be an asshole. It's really not cool to be an asshole. Thank you so much. Have a nice rest of your day.